Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to see if these 5 computers work. The person who sent them to me said that they have some issues but didn't specify it further, and he also said that they should be 486 and Pentium computers. In 1993, Intel introduced the Pentium processor, which was a significant advancement in the history of personal computing. This processor, featuring superior computer power, advanced memory management, and also the first video card with rudimentary 3D capabilities, completely revolutionized the computer landscape of the time. Its cutting-edge architecture made it one of the most popular processors used in high-end computers, allowing users to run a wide range of applications with fluidity and speed, and the name Pentium quickly became well known for its power and performance in the computing world. However, the Pentium's history was not without obstacles. For example, in 1994, an issue known as the Pentium FD-heavy bug emerged. Some Pentium processors had a flaw in floating point division calculations, which could lead to incorrect results under certain circumstances. Despite this problem, the Pentium continued to be a commercial success and left an undeniable mark in the computer history. In 1997, with the launch of the Pentium II, Intel further solidified its position in the processor market. This new generation with a new architecture featuring a cache memory implemented directly in the processor, a significant change from its predecessors. In 1999, the Pentium III was introduced, with a higher clock speed, SIMD instructions to improve multimedia performance, and a larger cache memory. After the Pentium 1, 2, and 3 generations, Intel continued to develop and produce new versions of the Pentium, such as the Pentium 4, the Pentium D, or the Pentium Dual Core. However, as technology and customer needs changed, the Pentium brand was gradually phased out and replaced by other series, such as the Core series. Nevertheless, the Pentium brand remained in use in some variants of mid to low-range processors for budget computers or embedded systems. I'll open the first computer to see what's inside. It turns on and the CPU is a 486, but it says system battery is dead. So I think the BIOS battery is discharged or no longer functioning, so the BIOS settings won't be saved if I don't replace it. But for now, let's see if there are any other problems. It's just a warning that says the BIOS battery is discharged, so it won't retain custom settings. So let's move on. It has opened the BIOS setup, so after an invalid checksum is detected, it's normal to be prompted to set the date, time, or other informations. It says 1.4 megabytes for the floppy disk drive unit, which is the standard capacity for 3.5-inch floppies. I'll set the hard disk 1 to auto type and I'll just save and exit. Hopefully it will boot Windows without any problems. And it's turning on.
A few moments later.
It took a really long time to load Windows, but it doesn't seem to have any problem, and all the files in the computer resources are still there. Well, everything is working normally, it doesn't seem to have any issue. The only problem was that the BIOS had reset, so I'll have to replace the battery, otherwise the informations won't be saved next time. But for now, let's move on to the next computer. Let's move on to the second computer. I think that this is a Pentium and not a 486. It turns on, but there's definitely an issue. When it beeps like this, it's usually because the RAM module are not well inserted, so I think I'll open it to take a look inside. Well, it is full of dust, but I don't see any problem with the RAM, at least for now. Well, actually, after taking a closer look, it looks like this RAM hasn't been properly seated, and it appears to have been inserted incorrectly. So I'll give a thorough cleaning, and then I'll apply some contact cleaner in this area to make sure that the RAM are properly inserted. While I was cleaning, I noticed that the battery is missing, so I'll have to find a spare one. I cleaned it, but the RAM contacts weren't actually that dirty, they were just inserted in the wrong way. So let's hope it works now. It's turning on without any beeping, so I hope everything will work well. The CPU, it's a Pentium and not a 486. And of course I will open the BIOS setup because there was no battery inside, so it didn't save any information, but I will just leave the settings as they are right now. And it's loading Windows without any problem for now. Everything seems to be in order, so let's move on to the next one. Even before trying to turning it on, I'll clean the case because it's all very dirty. I've cleaned the case, so let's try turning it on. But it looks like I'm facing the same problem as before, with the RAM modules not inserted correctly, so I think I'll open the case to see what's causing this problem. The RAM modules weren't even seated, so it's highly likely that they were positioned incorrectly. Also, the power supply moves because it's not held by any screws since it's missing, so I'll have to find a spare one. But otherwise, everything looks very clean, so I don't think I'll clean it further. I repositioned the RAM and I also found a spare screw for my power supply so it doesn't move anymore. Now let's try turning it on. And it seems to power up without any issue for now. But it says that the cover has previously removed. But again, the BIOS has been reset because the battery has drained. So let's open the BIOS setup. But the primary drive is already in auto, so let's save the settings as they are. And now it's loading Windows normally, so let's hope it works. I've used it for a while, but everything works normally, so let's move on to the next one. This computer also comes with its monitor, but I'll use the smaller one for convenience. I'll test this computer and I really hope it works. Well, it turns on and it's not giving any readings in this case, so I think there's no issue with the battery. On this computer, almost everything has been deleted, except for some text file, but aside that, I use it for a while, and there are no issues, so let's move on to the next computer. Sadly, I can't test this computer since it lacks the video card and I can't connect it to the monitor. In particular, this is a Pentium P54, an adaptation of the original P5. I managed to find this information thanks to the serial number on the motherboard and consulting the schematics, without having to disassemble everything. It's a real shame considering that finding a Pentium 1 isn't so common. And also, on the back of the computer, there are outputs marked as PC1 and PC2. So I was really hoping to turn it on to understand what it was used for, but unfortunately, without a graphic card like the S3 Virge, it's not possible. I've tried to find one from other computers, but none of them had a compatible one. Nevertheless, 4 out of 5 working computers is a good result, and I'll try to test it as soon as I'll have a suitable video card. None of these repairs were particularly challenging, and I couldn't test the last computer because of the missing video card, but beside that, the other computers work and only needed to be dusted off and tidied up a bit. Let me know what you think in the comments, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next video.